Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video. This is my 0 subscriber special, so that's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, my hand's already shaking. I haven't posted a YouTube video in a very long time, and this is a new channel and everything. And I don't know, and I think sketchbooks are kind of personal. I mean, don't you think so? If you have a sketchbook? Yeah, and this is my first sketchbook that I've had in, I don't know, 10 years. When I was younger, sometimes I would have a sketchbook, but most of the time I'd just draw on loose leaf paper. I was just the kind of person, I'm still this kind of person that I'm just constantly drawing all day, every day. Now things are a little bit different. I graduated college, so I think when I graduated college, that's when I stopped drawing in a sketchbook. So I also switched to digital, so I do draw every day. And before I started the sketchbook, I just drew every day on my iPad. So I never stopped the practice, but yeah. So my goal for this sketchbook was I wanted to improve my anatomy, and I've always wanted to be able to draw my characters in different poses and situations in sketchbooks. But obviously I did when I was younger, but I think I got more insecure as I got older, and I just started to heavily rely on references. So my goal in general is to study anatomy and being able to have the knowledge to be able to create anatomically accurate poses that are dynamic and interesting. But that's not what happened in this sketchbook, okay? This is a sketchbook. I had big dreams, but I'm a mom now, okay? So this is also me coping. Okay, and I'm married. I don't wear my ring at home because I'm in my pajamas right now, okay? I'm telling you the truth. I'm in my pajamas. I don't wear jewelry. I don't really wear earrings at home. So I'm a married mom. I have 2 kids. The household requires a lot of me, and I'm definitely in this sketchbook, I had a lot of mom burnout and a little bit of art burnout. But to cope with everything, I just draw more because, I don't know, it keeps my mind going. Okay, I should just... as I continue this channel, I'm sure I'll flesh out who I am, what inspires me, and my personality, and my life, and whatnot. But let's just start with the sketchbook. So these were actually drawn on the last day of... Okay, well, actually, shit. So these are just stickers from Target this year. I really like Beisel, and these just seemed like the modern version of Beisel. It's semi-vintage, so. But yeah, so this is kind of a crappy doodle, pen and then colored pencil, and there's Ghost. I found out he has a zombie skin, and I thought it looked kind of cool, so I just drew it. And it was almost Halloween, as you can tell, on the 23rd of October, so I was just kind of in the spooky mood. I use a lot of colored pencil in this book because it doesn't smudge as easily as pencil. And another thing I wanted to practice in this sketchbook is to have more confident lines. In addition to practicing anatomy and stuff, I wanted my mark making to be really intentional so that I'm not constantly erasing. So this is actually the start of the sketchbook. It starts in August. And under here was a sketch I didn't like, so I just put a post-it note on top of it, and then on the 19th of September, I just drew some hands and feet and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know, the feet are actually kind of okay, but yeah, this is my cat. His name is Toki. He's a good boy. And then some pen work, studying the back, a portrait. Throughout this book, you'll see some of my characters. They're not really fleshed out in this book. And the sketchbook that I'm working on right now, I really am thinking more of who they are as characters and personalities, interests, things like that. So this is Kit Marlowe, And she is a medic, kinda. She's part of a special forces team. I was informed by my husband there's no actual like specified medics in special forces teams. They're just like everybody does everything. But in my story, she's kind of obsessed with medical stuff and anatomy, kind of like me. Okay, she's a little bit of a self-insert. Okay, whatever. Some very loose sketches. As you can see, colored pencil. I also like using colored pencils to sketch. Not only do they not smudge, they just seem a lot more colorful and fun. I like the lower part of her body. This is nice and loose and sketchy, but then this is blocky. Yeah, I think out of these sketches, I really enjoy the lower half of her body. And these are horses, very loose. And yeah, if I don't like something, I'll probably just scribble over it. If it's like just a face, I'll just put painter's tape and scribble over it sometimes instead of just doing a whole sticky note. Babies, kitty cat, horsey guy. This was kind of like studying for a commission. The commissioner wanted kind of a more muscly, beefier guy, so I was just practicing that. Yeah, I really like these lines that really make the characters seem three-dimensional. I would like to practice that more. Like you can kind of see it right here, trying to make those lines make it seem more three-dimensional. And then boobies. I got one of those pens that does like multiple colors, but for some reason the lines are really skinny. Like I want to like it, but I don't like how skinny the lines are. I like these really thick, like colored pencil type lines. That chihuahua cracks me up. I like this. It's like I drew a head and then I drew a butt and then I drew them too close together. So now it's a creature. And this goat, I don't know why I'm starting to kind of figure out how to draw in a sketchbook again. So the sketches so far haven't been like super good. Slowly we're gonna start getting better. I'm thinking of Havoc. He's one of the characters and I wanted him to have some Nordic tattoos. So I'm just kind of like planning it out. And then I thought it would be cool to have like an eagle back tattoo because he's very patriotic. And then I was thinking of what special ops medical kits would be like tactical helmet. I was thinking like I always want to push myself, so I try to draw really complicated things just to push myself, and tactical gear and vehicles and landscapes. These are all things I avoid, but in order to get better, you just got to start drawing it. So that's what I do. I just draw what I hate drawing, and then I don't hate it as much. And this is studying some muscles. I like it. This doesn't seem like my style. It just kind of seems like a weird spread, but yeah, this seems a little bit more accurate, but maybe it's just the muscles, like all the fibrous stuff. It's just really busy, but I was trying to figure out what is going on. This is horrible. I hate these dog pages. Under these, wait, no, not this. But this was a whole evening. I was like crazy overtired, but it was just like a bunch of dogs, and I was trying to figure out how to draw snouts, and it's so hard. I don't know why. Animals are hard to draw, man, and then I think this was a sculpture, and sculpture is really good to figure out shadows and form because, sculptures are all one color, so you can really see things. Yeah, but I do enjoy these stupid doodles. I don't know if this was like 12 at night. I go to bed, okay, I should be going to bed at like 9, but I usually go to bed at 10:30, and then I get up at 6, and I'm tired all the time, okay? Very sleepy. Muscles. Scribble, didn't like that. Just, this one's that's soap, I can tell because of the way it is. And, so Keys is one of the characters. He's kind of like the comms specialist. There's Ghost. realized that he actually has a face. So I drew his face. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Like, I feel like I figured out what his face looked like a while ago. I just forgot, but it's kind of like Ethan from Resident Evil. It's not what I was envisioning. You know, like when you look at ghosts, that guy isn't what you see, huh? And then this was a sculpture again. And then more ghost, tactical gear. And it's just really satisfying. I'm not super precise, obviously, because that would take way too long. But I like it. I like drawing it. Price. I really like his facial hair. As you can see, I went into a Modern Warfare type, brain rot type thing. For some reason, I was convinced that Koenig would be, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I thought he was actually going to be part of the story, but I was wrong. Like, everybody draws him and there's like photos of him everywhere. He's not actually part of the story. He's just like a skin you can play in the game. So I was disappointed. I thought he was actually going to have a personality, but all the personalities it's all invented. They all invented what his personality is. So I was disappointed. I like this. This is nice. And then feet, hand practice. And obviously we all love our masked characters. So the romantic interest of Kit, his name is Havoc, and he wears a mask, and this is the scars. This is one of the first drawings of him. So I'm kind of like planning out what his scars are going to look like. But yeah, so like Kit and then Havoc. And Havoc's real name, I think it's Cole. I actually haven't really thought about that story for a little bit. Buddy Carey study. I'm pretty sure it's Cole. Yes. I think I was going to name him Logan, but I don't like that. That's a bad. I don't like that. And then Murph is like the head of the team, the squad leader, but I don't think that's what his face is going to end up looking like. And this is Colt for sure. I think that's Colt, the older brother. And Colt's younger brother is Huck. These are all like what I'm saying. Those are like their, what do you call it? Why am I drawing a blank? It's not their code names. It's like what they say over comms and stuff. Maybe I'll think of it later. I don't know. Koenig, and then I think this was like his face claim. I don't know if it's the actor that, like the voice actor, or the guy that does like his 3D modeling. Like they put the little foam balls on him and track the movement tracking. I don't know. And then this is when I was thinking about giving Havoc some traditional tattoos. These are really crappy. I don't like those. And then I was thinking about Breaking Bad for a day, so I drew some Breaking Bad. I really enjoy Jesse and Walt. They are in love, if you didn't know that. And this is Havoc and Kit snuggling. These peonies, oh my gosh, the transfer, I think these are like kohl pencils. I don't use spray fixative because I just don't. And yeah, they transfer. This was also, I think, that kohl. And that's my Labubu. She's very cute. I love her. I could go get her. She's like 3 feet away, but I'm not going to. This is Keys, a more like stylized doodle of him. I made his eyes black because his eyes were really small, and then I made like the iris and pupil too big, so it's just like, oh, he's possessed by, he's like in Supernatural, you know, when they're in the chair and they perform an exorcism, right? And then this is when I started getting into pens for the first, not kind of for the first time, I don't know, like seriously getting into drawing with pens. And obviously the first faces with pens did not turn out because pens are scary and filled with mistakes. This turned out pretty good. I'm kind of happy with this. It just kind of meh. Yeah, just meh. This I think is really cute. Kit, that just really like shows her laid back personality. And then Keys is like a chain smoker, so I kind of drew that. And then Kit and Havoc, very cute together. And maybe in future videos, I want to do like character spreads where I kind of flesh out the characters, and then maybe I'll explain their personalities more, because they do have personalities. Like Havoc, he plays guitar, he likes metal, he's like super into military history and stuff. And then Kit, she's an artist that is really into like anatomy and gore and just field medicine. She's kind of macabre. And then, yeah, Havoc is just the type of guy that's kind of goofy, but, you know, but he's got, you know, scars mentally and physically. And then Huck is kind of like the playboy type, I guess. Goofs around a lot. I really enjoyed drawing Kit's boots. I thought that was really satisfying. Like, just the detail of shoes. I don't know. I don't really draw shoes that much, and I would like to practice them more so I can understand how to simplify them. And then, yeah, okay, Keys and Huck, they do end up together. So Keys, the chain smoker, and then Huck, he gets hurt and he ends up getting like severe leg trauma and pain, and then he gets addicted to like painkillers, and they just... a very toxic relationship, but oh, they're so cute together. And then Murph, messy, but just kind of, I think this pose is actually just from memory, or not memory, but you know, like I pulled it out of my brain, just made it up, which was satisfying. I think these are also, were just like pulled out of my brain. So it's like, I want to try doing that more. It's just, still doesn't look quite right. And then practicing hands, more hands. And this is first time I actually put marker, like water-based marker. This is a highlighter, but it's basically water-based marker, I think. So just starting to experiment. Muscles, and then Colt, like I said, he's the older brother to Huck, and he's kind of the more responsible guy. So yeah, his name is Cole, yeah. So this is Cole thinking about his scars more, his tattoos. Random girl, this is no one, it's just, ooh, these are really, ooh, this is good. I really enjoy this shading. I don't know if there's like kind of like some under light, and then, it's so cute. I like all the wrinkles in the clothing. This really kind of shows Havoc more. So as the book progresses, we're kind of figuring them out a little bit more. And then I wanted to give her tattoos. I don't know if you saw on the previous page, but yeah, so she's tattooed as well. So that's another bond. They like tattoos. And then I gave her a little scar. And then Huck, I forgot. I decided to give him freckles because I think that would be adorable. And then Switch, he's kind of like the quiet sniper type. He's a Christian. He has a really sweet girlfriend. And then this is Alex from Modern Warfare. I was just interested in him and Farah's story, but then, I don't know, I became invested, and they're so cute, okay? I want more of them. And then hands. These are starting to turn out better. So yeah, as the sketchbook progresses, I feel like I'm getting a lot more comfortable. Like, I really like how this price turned out, even though his eyes are a little bit wonky. But yeah, I'm starting to get a bit more comfortable with using a sketchbook again. Then kind of breaking down and simplifying the shapes. And then this is kind of like a funny scene. I want to give her a unicorn tattoo. I think that'd be cute. This is Keys soldering something, probably. I don't know. This, I don't know. I was thinking, like, how does he hike up his mask to drink? And like, that doesn't feel like it works. But honestly, we have a balaclava at home. I could just try it out and see what works. So we're going back to pen, which I enjoy. It doesn't look as good, but I feel like I'm learning more when I use pen. So because it's like the early stages of me using pen, things don't look as good. I like the form and shape there with the muscles. These are kind of cool. I really like this with like the jacket open. And like these feet turned out weird, but I don't know, this figure looks good. And then there's these ones, this. I thought that was kind of cute. So just more, these shoes turned out good. More figure studies. I'm sure these are just all from Instagram. Then ghost and a horse, and then figures. I really like this red colored pencil. I think this is so nice. I love how Gaz turned out here. It's so soft and dreamy. And then that one's okay. This is good. Yeah, it's just the red, it's so satisfying. Boots, shoes, love this page. Love this page. And then vehicles, like I said, vehicles are hard to draw. So you know what I do? I'm gonna draw them and they're gonna look decent. So, Abrams, Stryker, Humvee, you know, bugs. I like bugs. And then it's in this red colored pencil. Even better. I think these turned out fun. And then I also like drawing landscapes. Who would have thought? So yeah, these really nice, cozy landscapes in this green colored pencil. Yeah, these turned out really. This one is a little bit, you can't tell what's going on. But you can tell there's a tree. But yeah, these with the little houses. Oh, they're so cute. And then I was working really hard on this, and then I just got hit with, I don't know, like burnout, just really stressed. And I was like, I don't want to work on this anymore. But this turned out okay. I liked how this turned out. Thinking about tattoos, scars more, goggles. Yeah, this soap, he didn't turn out super well. I was just, yeah, I know for sure I was burnt out because I remember drawing these and just like, I was thinking about robots. Like these are the robots from Fallout 4, kind of loosely based off of them. I just really like the legs. And then these are from Modern Warfare 2? I don't know, but no, 3, I don't know. Yeah, this, I think I was starting to feel a little bit better around this sketch. Yeah, my wrist is, okay, yeah, my wrist was really messed up. I was drawing too hard, because like I said, this whole sketchbook is me, I should be working, but I'm gonna sketch. So I draw commissions, and then I draw on this during my free time. So it's like I'm drawing constantly. Look at all this color. So yeah, this is the pen that this, like the pen tip is way too thin. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to use this pen anymore. No thank you. Like, I wanted to draw meat. I think these turned out nice. You just have to work really hard. And I tried layering them to make the colors work. And then one of the last scenes, that soap is alive. Rip. Tiger. Don't really like how that turned out. But this is nice. I like that one. Then practicing fabric. How shades. Oh, this is like the first really nice face I did in pen. Like these are really good faces. Drawing faces with pen is really hard, and I was pretty proud of myself. Some nice soft Call of Duty, and then Cowgirl. This was a good one. My favorite Pokemon. These are good too. I thought the baby was really cute. So pens are they're starting to get more familiar to me. Yeah, this is craziness. I got these water-based markers from Marshall's. They're really cheap, but they're really fun to play with. So it's just another way to have more confident mark making, but more colorful. And then I tried to kind of like create scenes. These kind of turned out wonky. It's just me experimenting. Like, I'm not taking things way too, like, this is all experimenting. This is nice. I like this. This is good. This is good. Yeah, I really enjoy 1950s style, so that was good. And then some sport stuff, nobody cares. Yeah, just meh. It's okay. Is there anything on this page I really like? Not really. Like her forehead. That's a nice forehead. I don't know. This is cute. I'm sick. What? Was I sick? I kind of remember that sickness. That was gross. I didn't like that. We haven't often gotten sick. But like suddenly one of our kids had a fever, and then we were all sick. Yeah, I like these little stars I put. This is cute. She's a cutie. I don't know who she is, but her face turned out cute. I like the shading here. It's just satisfying. Yep. Ghost. I like these little scenes. We're starting to get to the end of the sketchbook. And yeah. And then I decided to end on a nice note of Farah and Alex. And this is Toki, my cat. So you can kind of maybe see, like, do they progress? So there's first Toki. This is last Toki. This is first, like, you know, face. These are last faces. Maybe I improved, I don't know. And then these are just kind of doodles to end the book. So yeah, that was my sketchbook, my first one that I've completed in like 10 or so years. So I hope you liked my 0 subscriber special. I have 2 more sketchbooks that I'm working on. I've got this one and this one. We're obviously like heavily zoomed up, but if you want a little peek, oh, what? I got acrylic markers. I just started using those, so I'm not super familiar with them, but I'm gonna try playing around. Like, I've been experimenting with different mediums just to, I don't know, I've just been out of it, like burnt out, but also I want to like improve. So yeah, I've just been playing with different media and it's a lot of fun. Okay, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.